Nana.
Can I
There's
stop
been a
you
few
there?
things.
Can I stop you there?
What?
Because I want to move on to the next story.
Oh.
Only because I feel like it's relevant to
Oh,
this.
okay.
Because Divinity and Baldur's Gate 3 developer Larian has said that they won't use a generative AI to create concept art or in the process of writing Divinity.
Oh, I'm so glad about that.
But the developer is still
like
interested in using the technology in other areas.
Yeah, like I don't think there's anything wrong. Yes, Connie, the relevant elephant. I don't think there's anything wrong in using AI. I think there's something very wrong. Again, I'm repeating myself from last week. Very wrong when you fire an entire department and try to replace it with AI. That's not gonna happen. We're not there yet. We are not there. In fact, someone gave me a set of towels this year at Christmas, and they're Christmas towels. They're AI. Like
What?
there is a deer. I should have brought them. There's a deer on the front. Like I guess it's supposed to be Rudolph. I don't know. And it's missing a leg.
Amazing.
And the tree is melded into some weird present gift thing that is in like a weird shape and all this kind. And it's like, no. Connie says AI towels.
Yeah,
what?
that's what I was thinking. I was like, how do you make AI towels?
It's because, okay, so this happened. This is a small tangent, but this is a good tangent, I promise. So, as people know, I'm a graphic designer. I've been a graphic designer, okay, Pete, for over like 20 years. I thought you were grabbing your Steam Deck. So, what happens with graphic design is people have always tried for years to do a cheaper way than just hiring people like me. And so they've created templates, they've created clip art, they've created all this kind of stuff. And so a lot of the stuff you'd see in stores is not made by a human. It's made by clip art or, a digital printing crap. Stuff that I do for a living, actually. Now, instead of that stupid generative art, they're doing AI generative art. Because it's cheaper. They don't have to hire people like me. They don't have to pay people like me. They can just click a button and go, oh, that looks like a Christmas, generate a Christmas deer with mistletoe in its antlers. I don't know. I don't remember what the towels look like. I have to look at them again. And then they just print like 1 million towels and then sell them to stores who then sell them to the public. And we have crap, low quality art now because of it. With that said, please hire people like me. We will make real art.
Cool. Anyway, moving on to this story.
Yes.
Following Larian's reveal of the Divinity game at Game Awards, CEO Sven Vincke confirmed to Bloomberg that the studio was using Gen AI to explore early game ideas. That was just a recap for those who didn't hear about it. Vincke stated that Larian was using AI to explore ideas, flesh out PowerPoint presentations, yada yada yada. Right placeholder text. But said no generative AI-generated content would make it into the final game, that everyone at the company is more or less okay with the way they're using it. This wasn't enough to satiate some users on social media who argued that even the use of Gen AI for the concept phase meant replacing human ideas.
I'm not 100% on board with that, because I think that, like, me as an artist, if someone hires me and I do a design, but I just want to kind of tweak it, maybe add something. Maybe they're like, oh, what would this look like pink? Now, normally what I have to do is take that image in, recolor it in Photoshop, or whatever program I'm using. It's usually Photoshop. Recolor it by hand, turn it to a JPEG, and send it on.
Mm-hmm.
With AI, I can just go, make all of this section pink. And it does it, and I send it on. That I love. I love
it's
that.
good for that sort of thing. I agree.
Yes. It's a good tool for that.
But that's what we keep saying, and that's how it should be seen. It is a tool to assist, not solely to rely upon.
Not replace.
No replacement.
Exactly.
Assist.
Yep.
Like, if you can cut down development costs, if you can cut down things like that, fine. Mm-hmm. There's no issue with it, so long as it's not replacing good, honest talent.
Yeah. I just... It's so low quality that I cannot understand. Like, I get AI ads on YouTube now all the time, especially this weird Tai Chi guy. And it's like so obviously AI, and it's like uncanny valley. And I'm thinking, how did anyone think that this is a good
I
idea
have no
and that
idea.
it's gonna sell things? And that's what they're doing in now in the games universe. And it's like, no, this is
Hmm.
bad. This is bad.
Anyway, Svinky responded online. This was after, obviously, that's said, and I can't repeat some of the words that were said because this family-friendly podcast that I now have to edit because I've done several of them
Yes, he
before.
said a wordy there.
Holy feck, guys! We're not pushing hard for or replacing concept artists with AI. We
Exactly.
have a
Yeah.
team of 72 artists, of which 23 are concepts artists, and we are hiring more. The art they create is original, and I'm very proud of what they do. I was asked
Yes.
explicitly about concept art and the use of Gen AI. I answered that we use it to explore things. I didn't say we use it to develop concept art. The artists do that, and
Yes.
they are indeed world class artists. Now the
Yes.
Larian boss has said, as part of a Reddit AMA, so if you remember when we covered this
Oh, sweet.
before,
Yeah.
that he was going to do this.
Hmm.
Actually, you might not have been here for the Christmas episode.
I
No,
was
we
not.
mentioned it then. The generative AI won't be used as part of the concept art creation, so that there can be no doubt over the origin of any assets. So, quote, so first off, there's not going to be any Gen AI art in Divinity, began Sven Vinky. I know there's been a lot of discussion about using AI tools as part of the concept art exploration. We already said that doesn't mean that the actual concept art is generated by AI, but we understand it created confusion.
Mm.
So, to ensure there's no room for doubt, we've decided to refrain from using Gen AI tools during concept art development. That way, there can be no discussion about the origin of the art. Vinky went on to explain that while Gen AI won't be used for concept art, the studio isn't entirely abandoning the technology. Quote, having said that, we continuously try to improve the speed which we can carry things out. The more iterations we can do, the better in general the gameplay is. We think Gen AI can help with this, and so we're trying things out across departments. We hope that it can aid us to refine ideas faster, leading to a more focused development cycle, less waste, and ultimately a higher quality game. The important bit to note is that we will not generate creative assets that end up in the game without being 100% sure about the origins of the training data and the consent of those who created data. If we use a Gen AI model to create in-game assets, then it will be trained on data we own.
Yeah. See, again, that's using it as a tool. I don't actually
Mm-hmm.
see anything wrong with that. As
Yep,
long as you're only
agreed.
pulling from your own library,
Sure, and
nothing wrong with that.
this is something that I want to raise as a part of this because actually I think it's quite reasonable that he said it this way.
Hmm.
And I'm going back to it. It says, leading to a more focused development cycle, less
Hmm.
waste, and ultimately higher quality game.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It
Less waste.
is. Because do you remember how long the development for Baldur's Gate 3 was?
Oh yes.
Very long.
Yeah, and they changed the delivery date multiple times.
And put it into early access as well.
Hmm.
And then built on it from early access
Yeah,
over
that's a good
probably
point
about
actually.
2 odd years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like in its early access, it only had the first act of the game, didn't it?
Yep.
And then they added on to that, and then went on to become Game of the Year.
Yep.
So
I don't see this as a bad thing. I don't.
I
That
don't
that
either.
there in my very humble, not meaning doesn't mean anything in the long run opinion.
Yep,
That's how you should use AI
I agree.
as again as a tool. And I'm repeating myself, but yeah, that
Hmm.
that's what I say.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's anything else to add from this story, really. Most of it is all just fluff. So I'm going to move on to the next story, and the final story, mostly because it's related.
Right.
Because Baldur's Gate 3 developer Larian
Uh huh.
has suggested that any potential Switch 2 port of the RPG is out of his hands.
Oh. Do that. Okay. I mean, obviously they're having someone else develop the port, I guess.
They
Is that what
weren't.
that means?
No, they would have been doing it themselves, apparently. But
Okay.
let's get into this
Okay. Let's get
because
into
it's
it.
an
Yes.
interesting one. The RPG is already available on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, but many fans have been asking for a Switch 2 port, which allowed them to play it on the go with Joy-Con controllers.
Okay.
Play it on the
Well.
go, idiots. In an Reddit AMA held on Friday, Sven Vinke was asked if Baldur's Gate 3 would ever come to Switch 2, and if it's even technically possible considering the size of the RPG. Yes, it is. Game key card. Vinke indicated that any future port was down to Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to reread that because that did not read very well.
Yeah.
I didn't read it very well. Vinke indicated that any future port was down to Baldur's Gate 3 and Dungeons and Dragons owner Wizard of the Coast.
Oh.
Which it has since parted company with for its next big game.
Right. I didn't realize Wizards of the Coast was involved in that.
You're joking, right?
I live under a rock.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not joking.
Sorry, a game that was developed solely on the dice roll system from fricking Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, Disco Elysium. It is. Watch me find out Wizards of the Coast did Disco Elysium.
No, they didn't. But this was solely using a lot of the intellectual property from D&D, which is
you're right. I did think, I recognize some of those things from the not novels, but the handbooks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really
anyway,
need to play Baldur's Gate 3.
Me too. I really want
Looks
to.
really good.
Yeah, I do
There's
too.
no reason why I haven't, and I've watched plenty of Let's Plays, and it's hilarious.
Oh, I know the reason why I haven't played it.
Everything. It's just a really big game. That's fine.
That and the price never came down.
No, it didn't. It didn't. Unfortunately, that happens when you have like a really good game and everybody
and win
buys
Game of the
it.
Year.
And win Game of the Year, they don't lower the price.
Try telling that to Expedition 33. That went on sale a few times.
Oh, did it really?
Wow. Mostly, yeah.
That's
It was towards the end of the year. It went on a good sale. Probably
well, that's good.
Probably to capitalise on that good hype.
Now, see, that's the way you should
Which
do.
is good.
Yes.
And I reckon it didn't go down in price, probably because of Wizards of the Coast. Anyway, moving on. Let's go on.
I think so.
So, quote, we would have loved to bring Baldur's Gate 3 to Switch 2, but it wasn't our decision to make, Vinky stated.
Wow, okay.
While Vinky's comments don't rule out Wizards of the Coast putting out its own Baldur's Gate 3 Switch 2 port, this reportedly isn't happening. According to noted insider Nate the Hate, as of last year, a Nintendo version isn't in the works.
That's crazy.
Quote, whilst Larian would love to bring Baldur's Gate 3 to the Switch 2, their relationship with Hasbro at Wizards of the Coast is not healthy.
Wow. The girls are fighting again.
I know, that's why I thought I brought this up, because actually I think there's a lot bigger implications in respect to this. Because Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro are not going to want to sit on a massively successful property like Baldur's Gate, which means that they're probably going to farm Baldur's Gate 4 out to another developer. And is it going to be any better than Baldur's Gate 3? Probably not.
I can't see it. That was like the way Halo 3 and Bungie and Microsoft were a perfect fit. That's how Baldur's Gate 3 is. It's that perfect fit. Yeah, Connie says meow. Exactly.
Yep.
There's some drama.
Oh, that's interesting. I actually forgot that. Who made Baldur's Gate 2?
Is it BioWare?
You are correct.
Ha!
And they also made the first one too.
I can't believe I remembered that. I loved Baldur's Gate 2. I'm not drinking.
No, clearly not.
Yeah.
No, so actually the Larian were brought on obviously because the BioWare were not going to make Baldur's Gate 3.
No,
So
they're past that.
No, and then so they
made
brought Larian
Sonic.
on. They basically just made, Larian a studio pretty much, in some degree. I know they're like quite a well-respected studio, but it took them into the mainstream, let's say, more so,
Yes.
because not a lot of people would have played like Divinity before.
No, they wouldn't have. But it's it's decent. Also, Nana, did you know that BioWare made a Sonic game? Yeah.
Sonic Brotherhood: The Dark Chronicles on DS, and it was a pile of steaming dog crap.
Insane. I've seen the Let's Play on Game Grumps.
It's
I
awful.
used to love Game
It's
Grumps.
so
It is.
awful.
It's bad.
It was one of those notorious rush jobs.
And you can tell. You can tell.
Yeah, they did not care about that property in any way, shape, or form. They were just like,
That's that weird
let's make
time
a
where-
quick buck.
But that was that weird time where like every Sonic game was bad, and then Generations came out, and it was better.
It still wasn't very good, but you know.
It's better.
No, I mean Sonic Generations is a good game, but like
Yeah,
it
I
didn't
liked
it didn't
it.
change its fortunes at all.
No.
No, not for a while anyway.
No.
Still hasn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Gordon. It's not even worth playing. The gameplay is crap. The story is crap. The visuals
It
are
is.
crap.
Yep. There's a lot of glitches too.
So I
again,
said the gameplay sucks.
yeah, well, that's true. I would say go watch Game Grumps, but I don't want to advertise another.
No, don't bother. Just go and watch any playthrough on YouTube.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yep.
Nana says Frontiers is apparently good, but it's also gone open world, so no. No, Sonic in open world shouldn't be done.
Yeah, that was a weird one, but it did do well, didn't it?
Reasonably.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
review-wise,
it's a
it did
weird
okay. I don't think. It's sort of like putting Metroid Prime into open world. Probably shouldn't be done as well. Or
That's
Mario
never come up
Kart.
before.
Probably shouldn't do Mario Kart in open world either.
Gani says Sonic Generations was good. I want to play the Shadow version. Yeah, I like Sonic Generations, and I'm not like a diehard Sonic fan. I'm just a leftover from the old days.
Yeah, me too.
From the golden age. So I enjoyed that one myself.
Yeah, I want to play Sonic Cross Shadows Generations, but I'm not willing to pay the money that they were asking for it. So I'll wait for a serious reduction. So anyway, that's our news for the week.